Timer started, and we're on. Okay, starting with a 10-minute warm-up. So if you're just turning this thing on and joining in, we're in our happy gear, pedaling at about 90 RPMs, or at least getting us to the point where we're up to 90 RPMs. Welcome, my name's Duane, I'm your instructor. We're going to have some fun today. Today is me playing with my interval timer that I've pre-programmed to lead us through some stuff. Sometimes those things feel a certain way when you're sitting at your desk thinking about it, and then they feel different when you're actually doing it. We're all going to find out today if I guessed right at the intervals. Should be fun. Make sure you've got your water with you. If you don't, now's the time to go grab it quickly. And just start breathing. If you notice that your breath jumps up at the beginning of these things all the time, that's okay. You should also notice that it settles after a while. If it jumps so high and makes you feel uncomfortable, then just start more slowly, okay? So I've got my normal gear that I always start in. I've done it forever, so it's kind of the same all the time. But some days when I hop on the bike, it feels remarkably hard, and I need to change the gear for me that day. That happens if I'm maybe under the weather, or I've been training too much and my body needs some recovery, and that shows up in those instances. It's a good idea to not push through that, but rather settle into it. If your body says, go easier today, it's sometimes right, okay? Alright, gentle warming, gentle pedaling. Good time to pay attention to those feet. Remember how the heel is always supposed to be slightly above the toe, and that angle never changes? Well, while we're pedaling, something to watch for, does it feel like your heel dips every time you push? If it does, try to calm that down. Try to settle it. Keep the heel up, and then you want to kind of make your ankle rigid as you start your full push down, okay? You might notice one leg is really good at doing it right, and then there's the other leg, not so good. Every once in a while, spend some time focusing on it. You can't focus on it all the time. So take 20 seconds, pay attention to a foot, see what that ankle feels like it's doing. If you're really curious, videotape yourself. And then, if you're not sure what you're looking at when you watch the video, well, we can share that. Reach out to me, we can watch your video and help you with it. Oh, so -27 outside, perfect day for an indoor ride. Unless, of course, maybe you have a fat bike and you have every layer of underwear, mid-layer and outer layer known to mankind to wear, then you can also go outside and bike. This is so much more civilized though. So during the warm-up is also a good time just to check in to see if your stand-up recovery position is ready, because we sometimes need it, right? So if you want, go into what you call your standing gear. For me, it's Up into the chain ring and 2 more gears. And then I try to make this feel smooth and relaxed. So during a spin class, or in the real world, on the road, sometimes you just need to be able to stand up and use this position to recover with, right? Well, that doesn't happen unless you practiced it. Or of course you're naturally gifted, then good for you. You're a rock star. Here's a fun drill for outside. Pick your favorite hill, climb it standing the whole time. Don't sit. Or at least see how far you can go standing before you sit. You're going to see that drill, not today, but you're going to see that drill in these workouts sometime, where we do tons of standing. Call that a torture day, or an experiment day. You know, let's see what happens day. A friend of mine and I did a 40K ride one time. No sitting, just standing the whole time. Flat ground, didn't sit once. My feet tingled for 1 week after that ride. My butt felt fine though, right? All right, 3 minutes. We're going to do some simple drills and then dive into some of my invented intervals, okay? So if you didn't get that water yet, now's the time. Go grab it. So at this point in the warm-up, you should be feeling like your breath has come down a bit. You've caught your breath, your body's warmed, and you're ready to work. If you're still out of breath and trying to catch it, you might have chosen a happy gear that's 1 gear too high. Warm-up should be gentle and easy. Especially when we're into it 8 minutes, okay? All right, for the last 2 minutes of the warm-up, take a quick, note. Pay attention to your trunk, to your abdomen. Nobody's working very hard right now, so maybe you're just a loose noodle potato sitting on your bike. And that's never right. So bring a little bit of tension into your trunk. Squeeze a little bit. Just like I'm there in your house. Then I'm going to start chucking tennis balls at your side here. You want those tennis balls to bounce off like they're hitting a concrete wall. So just gently hold your tummy. Sometimes it messes with your breathing. So do your best to kind of modulate that, pair those two things. Easy breathing with gentle trunk tension. Okay? All right, we're diving in 1 minute. First part is going to involve happy gear, nothing crazy. We're just going to go do right leg, left leg, okay? Just to make sure that both legs are showing up to the party, willing and capable to do this. Everybody has one dominant leg for sure. So it's nice to know which one yours is. So when you're out riding, or in riding, you just pay a little attention to that less dominant leg. Get it to come along, okay? All right, 20 seconds. We're going to go with right leg only. That's the plan. Feet stay attached to the pedals. You're just going to turn one leg off, really. Okay, are you ready? Set. Okay, only right leg. try to let the left leg relax, okay? And keep your circles nice and smooth and even. They're not going to be quite as smooth, and that's okay. To engage the right leg is not the hard part. To turn the left leg off, that's the hard part. Don't let lefty help. Okay, we're going to switch in 3, 2, 1, left only. Turn that right leg off. Excellent. Now, if all this paying attention, focus caused you to stop breathing, bring your attention back to your breath. Excellent. 10 seconds to go. All right, 3, 2, 1, both legs equal. Both legs equal. Nice job. Okay, we're going to do just one more of those drills. And while we're doing it, what I want you to do is pay attention to that moment when I say, okay, we're switching from right leg to left leg. And for that moment, that 2 pedal strokes, both legs kind of kick in. Notice how good that feels. And then at the end, when we're done with one leg thing, and I say, okay, go to both legs, just notice how nice that feels. Really pay attention to that. 15 seconds. We're going to start with right leg only. In 3, 2, 1, right leg only. Left leg is just along for the ride. Breathe, focus. That's it. Halfway there. Okay, remember when I say switch legs, notice that 1 or 2 strokes where they're combined. Get ready, 3, 2, 1, left leg only. Oh, if only you could use both, right? Turn that right leg off. Only left leg. 10 seconds to go. Okay, get ready to re-engage that right leg in 3, 2, 1, both legs. Oh. And to that moment, it feels like you could go anywhere, do anything, climb any mountain. Nice. Okay. Let me get the first deal going here. Okay. So the first one, something you should know is that the rest periods are a minute long for all of this, okay? Working off a 1 minute rest. We're going to do a minute 30 of work and then a minute rest. And then a minute of work. And then after that, 30 seconds of work. And then we're going to go back up a minute and then a minute 30, okay? What I'd like to do is have you just choose whatever gear you want for each of these. Arguably, you will use a different gear for each work. So a minute 30 might be happy plus 2. For the minute, happy plus 3. For the 30 seconds, I don't know, happy plus 4 or 5, okay? So remember, you've got the minute to rest between every one. And so you're going to work as hard as you want to for those time frames. Here's one rule, 90 RPMs or higher, unless of course you're not there yet, then do your best, okay? All right, we're going in, 10 seconds. The first one's a minute and a half. So what kind of a gear are you going to pick for yourself? There we go. There we go. Okay, a full minute and a half of work. It's quite a bit of time. Things can feel easy in the beginning. And then you realize, oh shoot, I picked the wrong gear. If you did, you're sticking to it to the end. Make the adjustment on the next one. That's it. Taking big breaths here. Nice work. Sorry, we're nowhere close to the end of this yet. Not even close. Like 35 seconds to go. Come on, man. Here we go. We'll make it. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Now it's 10, so if you're still here with me, keep it going. 3, 2, 1, rest. So here, either happy gear, or if you're choosing to really work hard, go happy -1 or 2, okay? The harder you work, the harder you have to rest, meaning like rest lots, okay? Nice job, everybody. All right, 30 seconds to go. This one's gonna be a minute. So the last one might have kicked you in the butt. So you got just gonna use the same gear this time. That's cool. My internet might be jumping again. I'm not sure why. I'm connected to the right thing. Hopefully I'm not glitching too much on you guys. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go up. There we go. 1 minute of work. And without a doubt, you choose how hard you want to work, okay? Okay, so there's the halfway mark already. Nice job. Go to the end. Big breath. 10 seconds to go. You get to use both legs here, so use them. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. So with these workouts that you're going to follow me on, I'm going to say like 100% of the time, they'll be interval based in some way, okay? 2 reasons for that. Almost everybody, I'm going to say everybody, has the inclination when they're on a bike to pick a level of intensity that feels right for them, and they pedal for half an hour or an hour, and it feels good. But you don't get a lot of benefit from it. You get benefit from intervals. Okay, this next one's only 30 seconds. Figure out what gear you want, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. There we go. So even if you're not changing your gear drastically, and you're not bleeding out your eardrums and just going crazy on it, that's totally fine. I wouldn't really recommend that anyways. But what you are learning is the idea to just change the intensity all the time. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Rest. so that eventually you're programmed to always change it up. Number one, always change it up. And number two, always give yourself tons of rest if you're out and about working out, okay? If you're doing the wine tour around Italy, the rest is worked into the plan, I think. But if you're training to beat someone to the next winery next year, intervals is where it's at. Okay, I think the next one's going to be a minute. Okay, we're going back up. So get ready in 10. You're picking the gear of your choice. At least change it by one, okay? 3, 2, 1. That's it. 1 minute. Good job, everybody. If your natural comfortable RPMs are 85, then that's where you keep it now. Don't let it drop. You got this far, therefore you can do the rest. So here we go. Big breaths. Halfway done. Nice job. Remember that tension in your abdomen? Hold that a little bit tight. That's going to transfer power to your legs better. You'll instantly be faster. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Come on out. All right. So I got some good news and bad news. No, that's right, I just have bad news. The next one's a minute and a half. Oh wait, the good news after that is we get a big rest. Yeah, there's good news in there. Okay, so maybe you're not going to go up so big in gears for this last one. That's cool. Or maybe you're going to challenge yourself. Use the same gears that almost killed you for the minute, but now you're going to do it for a minute and a half. If that's you, decide, commit, we're going. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Get those RPMs where you need them, and now dig in. There we go. Only work as hard as you need in the beginning. Relax. You know that drill when we do one leg and one leg is relaxing? Find a little bit of relaxation here. That's 1/3 done. Your hands can stay relaxed. Your tummy is working. Nice job. Okay, there's 2/3 done. 1/3 to go. All right, now we dig in. It doesn't matter what the next part of the workout is. Spend it here, spend it now. Let's go. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay, for sure. Happy minus 1 or 2. Catch your breath. If the RPMs drop off, that's okay temporarily. Get them back when you're ready, okay? And keep breathing. Nice work, everybody. All right. So if you're here for the 30-minute noon hour class, you're in the wrong place. Just kidding. You want to recover now for like at least 5 minutes and then go have a good day. The rest of us, we're diving into part number 2. All right, part number 2. Oh yeah. Part number 2, the rests are all 30 seconds instead of a minute. 30 seconds. Yeah, so you may choose to just use a gentler gear for yourself, okay? Because that half the rest is a big deal. Now the workout part is going to start at 20 seconds long, and then it's going to go to 30, and then 40, then 50, then a minute, and then 50, then 40, then 30, then 20. Okay? So a proper pyramid. But the 30-second rest, that's the kicker, okay? So if part 1 kind of got you pretty tuckered out, then honestly I'd be kind to myself. Go like, add just 1 gear, maybe 2 at the most, and just enjoy the whole interval process, okay? We're gonna go in just over a minute. Just over a minute, okay? Oh, so if you're ever looking at, if you've got a device that measures your caloric output or your calorie burning that you're doing, you're going to notice that 1 hour of constant hard riding actually burns generally more calories than challenging interval work does, okay? But if you were to somehow measure your calorie expenditure for the 12 hours after your workout, you're going to notice that the 1 hour of constant work will cause you to burn some calories in recovery. The interval work will cause way more calories to burn in recovery. So if these are about calories, intervals again work out. Okay, we're going in 8 seconds. Gear up like 1 or 2. It's only going to be for 20 seconds. Oh, sorry, never mind. I'm just looking at my clock and I forgot to start an actual timer. Okay, we're going in 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1, and now it's a start. Okay, now we're into it. 20 seconds of work, followed by 30 seconds of rest. That's what happens when you use more than one thing to time stuff. Okay, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay. When that 30-second rest starts, get into an easy gear. Maybe even slow the pedals down a bit. Because if we get to those 40, 50, 60 ones, whew, we're going to feel it. Here's a tip. Before you shift up, accelerate and then shift. 3, 2, 1. And we're in. Seconds. Keep breathing. If you want to pedal faster than 90 RPMs, you do it. Five seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Nice work. Next one's going to be 40 seconds. That just means more fun. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds. Here we go. RPM should be up there. Hands relaxed. Your feet are making more of those circles. Feel engaged, ready to go. Nice job, everybody. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. One out. Okay, 30-second rest. Grab that drink quick if you need. Going in 10. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 50 seconds. This is a full 50. It may feel twice as long as the last one. Get mentally prepared for that. Twenty seconds to go. Nice work, everybody. Down to 10. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Oh, I'm going to sneak in a quick stand up here just to give my butt a break. That's awesome, folks. Okay, now I think it's the full minute one, right? Oh, okay. Going in 10. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Gear up. Here we go. A full minute. We're only doing one of these. So, if you want to feel like you really conquered something today, this might be it. 30 seconds to go. Take it right to the end without slowing down. From here they get shorter and easier, and we can all handle that. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Rest. I should point out that when I'm using the timer and telling you how long we've got, I'm always being completely honest and truthful. I'm never doing anything like, setting the clock for a minute, but telling you it's 50 seconds just to soften the blow. I know it can feel like that sometimes, right? Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1. 50 seconds. Here we go. And trust me, I feel that way too. To the point where I've actually put two timers side by side to see if one is slowing down. Turns out I'm always the problem, never the timer. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Here we go. Now it's 10. In 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Nice job. Nice work, everybody. All of these rests feel so short. So just as a heads up, I rarely do 30-second rests. It's just too short. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds to go. That's it. We're almost halfway done already on this one. Okay, there it is, halfway. Now it's 10 to go. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Just keeps going and going, doesn't it? Okay, we're going in 10. In 3, 2, 1. Hit it. This one's 30. 30 seconds. That's the halfway mark already. In 3, 2, 1. Come on out. All right, after this 30-second rest, we have one more to do. And then we get to go on to part 3. If you feel like you spent all your money here today at the amusement park, maybe part 3 won't cost very much. We're going in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 20 seconds. So if you still got a bunch of cash in your pocket, take that big gear, spin this out, crush it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Come on out of that. Take that happy minus whatever you want here. Oh, perfect. All right, big recovery here. If the bum break is what you need, feel free to take it. Excellent. Okay, part 3 is stand-up stuff. So just to give you a heads up, don't burn out your strength right now, resting your butt, because we got a chance to do that coming up pretty soon, okay? So when it feels right for you to get back into happy gear, do that. Okay? And get those RPMs back to 90. Again, one of the really normal tendencies is for a person to pedal too slow and too gently after they've worked hard. All that does is delay your recovery. Once you try that a few times, really earnestly, like, okay, get back at it right away, before you feel you're ready. And then bang, you feel so much better, so much more quickly. Okay, the stand-up drill for the day. I'm going to suggest you use your normal stand-up recovery gear, or 1 or 2 higher. we're going to be pedaling quite slowly. And the challenge will be to have almost no weight on the hands. That means the pedals have to bear the weight. And I'll be honest, if stand-up pedaling feels awkward for you, you're probably using a gear that's too light. That's just how that works. So when in doubt, try bigger gear. If that just hurts more, then I was wrong. Go back to the gear you were and just keep practicing, okay? All right. So we're going to do this all together in a minute or two, once we can breathe and just see one image in front of us. All right, so the RPMs here are going to be like in the 50 to 60 range, or just kind of awkwardly slow, okay? If you're on a spin bike, you're just going to follow the flywheel. If you're on an actual bike, you're going to try to keep the tension so you're not clinking and clunking as you go around, okay? And then when we get up, just follow my lead and we'll have some fun. So let's do that now. Let's get into our standing gear, standing position. All right. Notice how much weight you have in the hands. Okay. Shift the weight back so there's about half the weight. Okay. Just ever so gentle with the hands. You might notice the seat's kind of in your way. That's all right. Work around it. Light hands, light hands. 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. And rest. Okay? So the legs have to work pretty good during that. The core has to work pretty good. Okay, next round. Exactly the same. So we're going to take that weight that's in our hands, reduce it by about half. And then we're going to reduce something else by half. Number of hands on the handlebar. All right. But first we need way more rest. We're almost there. All right, so when in doubt here, let your legs work like crazy and then squeeze your stomach. Okay, let's get up there. Standing gear, normal standing recovery position. Okay, now shift the weight back so your hands aren't doing very much, and then take one hand off. Okay. Try just the fingers to make sure there's not too much weight on that working hand. Okay. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And sit back down. Woo. If you have a heart rate monitor and you're looking at the heart rate, you might notice that kind of shot it up a bit. When I catch my breath, I'll talk again. Good job, everybody. So we're going to try that on the other side. Same idea. Lighten the hands, go to one hand, and then maybe go to two fingers. If you're on a spin bike, just keep the wheels pedaling, pedaling, pedaling. Remember, if you stop pedaling, the flywheel shoots you off, right? If you're on a real bike, you can just stop pedaling and nothing bad happens. Okay, are we ready for this? Let's go in there. Stand up. Get in your happy standing gear. All right. Take the weight off those hands. Put it on your feet. Now when you're ready, take one hand off. Whoa. Hold that tummy tight. You can barely breathe here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And sit back down and rest. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do one more of those. Just one for the whole deal, not like one each side, okay? Follow the directions. I'll be calling out for left hand off, right hand off, that kind of stuff. And then what you're going to do is your best to follow along. Squeeze your tummy. When you squeeze the tummy, the breathing gets impossible. And that's difficult because that's when you want to breathe the most. Anyways, by practicing, we get it figured out, okay? All right. A little more rest, and then we'll go. "15 seconds. This is the last bit of work we do for the day. Okay, get ready. Go into your standing happy gear. Stand up, make it comfy. Now take the weight away from your hands by 50%. Okay? Now let's pull fingers with both hands. Fingers with both hands maybe, okay? Take that right hand off. Right hand goes back. Left hand comes off. Left hand goes back. Right hand comes off. Woo! Right hand goes back. Left hand comes off. Left hand goes back. Put your hands wherever you want. Full weight on the hands if you need. We're still standing. We torch the legs. And now we're just making sure they're done. 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Excellent. So we could use a meat thermometer just to see if they're done. But an extra 5 minutes in the barbecue, then you know they're done, right? And breathe. I have a friend who orders a steak well done plus 5 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with him. All right. So if you have to pedal a bit slower in a really gentle gear to survive to this moment in time, great. But when you feel a little bit of recovery kick in, speed up the RPMs, get back to your normal rhythm, and then when it feels right, come back up to happy gear, okay? I do that kind of for one reason only. It just helps you recover so that if you've got a Zoom meeting in half an hour from now or something to do that's important, you'll simply be more cognitively engaged. So we've got a solid 5 minutes of smooth, gentle recovery. When I'm doing my own training and the workout comes to an end, I often imagine or pretend that I'm now teaching a class and the class ends with a thorough cool down. Because when on my own, with my own brain working, Workout is done. I quit. Right, get to the trailhead. I just climbed a big hill. I get in the car and drive home. And that's just not what you want to do. Gentle pedaling for at least 5 minutes. At the end, so especially with that stand-up stuff that we did, you might have felt some burning and some tingling. Part of that's from lactic acid. And any stiffness that you feel tomorrow has absolutely nothing to do with that lactic acid. None. Total myth. The stiffness you feel is from connective tissue tears from you working so hard in the workout. That's awesome. That's kind of what we want. Unless, of course, you're really sore. But the lactic acid is still produced. And we want to wash it out of the tissue so the tissue can heal more quickly. That's what we're doing now. We're washing. Kind of think of it like you've got a piece of clothing with a really nasty stain. So you soak it first, then wash it, and then rinse it. Okay, the workout is the soaking and the washing, right? Now is the rinsing. So your heart's working, your leg muscles are working, but very gently. So no lactic acid is being produced now. This is called aerobic glycolysis. Byproducts, CO2 and water. Just like those new those hydrogen cell cars that they make now that have a byproduct of water instead of CO2, right? And carbon monoxide. So the byproducts you're making now are water and the CO2. CO2 we breathe out. That's why you're still breathing, by the way. And the water gets used for whatever water needs to be used for. So, you're also bringing nutrients into the tissues. We all burnt a lot of glucose, and that glucose has to be replaced. But mostly we're washing out the bad stuff. This is the part that your mind sometimes gets bored with, but your body loves it. Kind of like when you read the same storybook to your 3-year-old kid 35 million times, right? You get a little bored with it, but the kid just loves it. And you want to keep breathing. If the breath slows down, then keep it nice and deep, okay? Big breaths, all the way in, all the way out. We just have just over a minute to go. So if you're in your happy gear, come down to happy -1 or 2. So there's truly zero effort. And then we're going to let these pedals slow down, okay? A minute to go. We're going to slowly slow down. So by now, if you had that solid 90 rhythm going, oh shoot, for the last 50 minutes, it wasn't broken, that rhythm. Now we're breaking it. Slow it down. And we got 30 seconds to get these pedals from where they are to a complete stop. Oh yeah. Perfect. As they slow down, you also want to really let them relax. Okay? So feel the tissue in your legs just opening up and relaxing. Alright. When you're ready, I'll get you to hop off your bike. We're going to do a little bit of stretching. Oh, I just take my shoes off right away because they're stiff and uncomfortable, and I don't want to stretch wearing my shoes. Okay. Oh, the usual stretches that we all need after a bike ride. Glutes, whether we're sitting or standing, so important. So, take your left ankle across your right knee, lift those toes up, and then you're going to reach your bum backwards and try to sit down, keeping your chest up and out, okay? I'd really encourage you to balance on something for this. And then, even though your right leg is working, your left hip can relax. After all that time spent engaging ourselves, now we want to get good at disengaging ourselves. 3, 2, 1, and come on out of that. And let's switch legs. Right ankle across the left knee. Activate those toes, so lift them. And again, reach the bum backwards and sit. Chest up and out. Lots of stuff is working here, but not your right hip. I like to kind of give it a little wiggle to see, is it being held tight or did I relax it? And then breathe. Three, 2, 1, and come on out of that. Repeat, same stretch, first leg, left ankle across the right knee. Lift those toes, reach the bum backwards, and sit. Again, give the leg a little wiggle. Are you relaxing it? Let it go. 3, 2, 1, and slowly come out of that. Switch legs, right ankle across left knee. Activate the toes, but deactivate the hip. Reach the bum backwards, chest up. Nice job, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and slowly come out of that. All right, nice quad stretch. Grab that ankle, squeeze the knees together, tuck the pelvis in, look forwards, shrug your shoulder, and now relax your quad. I think that's 8 things you have to do sequentially and perfect in order for this to work. Or you do your best and you progress as time goes by. Let's go with the latter because the former is unrealistic, right? 3, 2, 1, and let that go. Switch legs. Grab the ankle. Again, squeeze the knees, tuck the pelvis, look straight ahead, shrug the shoulder, and then, I don't know, smile, because this is so much fun. Nice work. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Same stretch, first leg. Squeeze the knees, tuck the bum, look forwards, chest up, shrug the shoulder, relax that thigh. And breathe and relax and smile. Three, 2, 1, let that go. Same stretch on the second leg. Grab the ankle, squeeze the knees, tuck the pelvis, shrug, and enjoy. All right, 3, 2, 1, let that go. And you've been fun. Nice job, everybody. Thanks for showing up and giving that bike a workout. And I will see you again soon. Take care.